Hi everyone, welcome back to Stuttering Tech. I'm the one and only Stuttering Drew, and this is the full review of the T-Mobile Revvl 5G. You can watch my unboxing video, the link is in the description below, or you can click on the notification that should be coming up right now. I will go over the specs. It has a 6.53-inch IPS LCD display with a resolution of 1080 by 2340 and a PPI of 395. It's running Android 10 with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 765 CPU and the Adreno 620 GPU. It has 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of internal storage, and a micro SD card slot for expandable storage. It has a triple camera setup around back, a 48 megapixel main, 8 megapixel ultra wide, and a 5 megapixel macro. On the front, we have a single 16 megapixel punch hole camera. When it comes to audio, we have stereo speakers and a 3.5mm headphone jack. It has Bluetooth 5.0, GPS, NFC, and a rear-mounted fingerprint scanner. We get a 4500 mAh battery and charges via USB-C. This phone also has reverse wire charging. You can charge another phone, or let's say a pair of true wireless Bluetooth earbuds. It only comes in one color, Nebula Black, if I'm saying that right. This phone comes in at $400, but with the promotion that T-Mobile and Metro by T-Mobile is offering, you can get this phone for $200, which makes this phone the cheapest in terms of price 5G phone on the market. Now let's take a look at the design. So we're gonna start with the front, since this is, what we already been seeing, and it's a fingerprint magnet, as you can already see. Here you have the single 60 megapixel punch hole camera. This 6.53 inch. This is, like I said, LCD display. On the front, on the side, on the left side, all we have is the SIM/micro SD expansion slot, a tray right here. On the top, we have a 3.5mm headphone jack. We have a mic. On the right side here, we have the volume rocker, and we have a power button, which also doubles as your LED notification light, which when you get a phone, like say you get a text or an email or something, this will flash, and when you charging it, it will stay lit up. You can turn this off because, especially if you slap a case that's not clear, you won't be able to see it. So you can go in the settings and turn it off, which I already did on mine, because I do have a case with mine. It's right here. My case is actually right here. I got this on Amazon. If you guys are interested, I will leave a link for this in the description below. To me, this is the best case they had up there for this phone. It's a TPU and a hard plastic shell. And yeah, that's basically what it is here. Nothing special. It does have a stand, and it comes with a belt clip, which I do use because at work it's much easier for me to use the belt clip when I'm, like I said, I work in a hospital, and it's much easier for me to get access to it with the belt clip. And it also comes with a screen protector, which I threw away because the screen protector was not made for this phone. I don't know if that was a mistake or or that's just how it is, but it wasn't for this phone. It was smaller than the screen, very smaller than the screen, and the cutouts didn't even match. So I just threw that away. I don't use a screen protector because this has a lot of resistivity in it. Put it to the side. Now on the bottom we have the bottom firing speaker, USB-C port, and we have a second mic. Now, well, it's coming up on camera. We have a second mic right here on the phone. Now to the back, we have our fingerprint scanner, T-Mobile logo. We have the triple camera setup. This one here being the main 48 megapixel. This one is the 8 megapixel ultra wide, and this one here is the 5 megapixel macro. And of course, you have your dual flash right there. Now, I would like to address some mistakes I made in my unboxing video, which was brought up in the comments section. I said in this comment section of my unboxing video, I said this phone doesn't have always on display, but it does, which I will touch on later on in the video. as the discussion went on, the same person said this phone has glass back and aluminum frame, not plastic, like I said. After inspecting the phone a little bit closer, I have determined that this, yes, he is right. This is a glass back, not plastic. I was wrong when I said that. He also said that this phone and the TCL10 5G is the same phone. And I can tell you it's not. They're not the same phone. They're a completely different phone. The camera, besides design wise in the back, the TCL 5G has its cameras like this. The TCL 10 5G it has a quad camera setup, 4 cameras, not 3 like this one, and it's also a 64 megapixel main on the TCL 10 5G. This phone has the 765G, which the TCL 10 5G has the. I'm sorry, this one is the regular 765. Then at the G, the TCL 10 5G has the 765G, which has 20% more in performance power than the regular 765 that's in this phone. So those are the differences between the two phones, and so they are not the same. And I believe the TCL 10 5G was not released in North America, and I don't think it has even it doesn't even have all the bands at 5G bands that this phone has. So this phone is more compatible with the 5G, even though 5G, as we all know, is not fully ready. It even says so on the T-Mobile and the Metro website. So just duly know that. Now let's continue in the back. As you can see, it shimmers. You get that magenta or pink, pinkish magenta. I don't know what I'm saying here. Shimmer in the back. It's not like it's not. It doesn't change colors. It just seems like it's moving. I don't know how well that's coming out on camera. This phone is running stock Android, but you do get the usual Metro by T-Mobile or T-Mobile bloatware. If you don't need to use them, you can uninstall some and disable others. Scrolling through the OS has been a pleasant experience. I haven't noticed any lag or stutter, like I stutter, in the 2 weeks that I've had with this phone. So it's performance-wise, I think it's just great. I know I've mentioned that this phone has always on display, which you can turn on by going to settings, display, advanced, and lock screen display, and here it is. The other way you can also do, which is why I made the mistake of saying this phone does not have always on display, is that when you search always on display, nothing comes up. It doesn't come up in my other phones that do have it. I search always on display and it comes up. In here, they just called it always on. So you just have to search for always on and then there it comes up. Because I usually don't go through my menus. I just search for what I'm looking for. I know what I want and I just go through it. And when you click on it, it does this little flashing thing, as you can see there on the screen, to let you know exactly where it is, which I think is awesome touch. I haven't seen that in any other phone. I don't know if that's my other phone is Android 10 as well, and I didn't see it do it. At least I didn't see it do that at all. So you can turn it on, and here it is. I don't know how well it's going to come up on screen, but yeah, it does work. Now, I'd prefer to keep it off because it tells you right here increased battery usage, and it does drain your battery, and I will touch more on that when I get to my to the battery part of this video. The screen is very bright, and I have no problems in the direct sunlight. In my time with this phone, consuming media from YouTube, Netflix, Amazon Prime Video has been amazing. The frontal camera doesn't interfere with the viewing experience. You quickly forget that it's even there.
No. I'm sorry, family emergency. Is everything okay? Babe, we've never had 3 women in the 7 before. This is a moment. Girls, get it done. You are not... I have a family emergency, too. After we stopped Scarlemagne's reign of terror, we had a new task. Stop Dr. Amelia. Unfortunately, we had to find her first.
The only issue I have with this screen is that by default it's too vivid, to the point where skin tones look a bit red. This can easily be fixed by going to settings, next vision. You want to turn off visual enhancement. You can see visual enhancement turns it vivid. So you want to turn off visual enhancement. I guess it's good when you're playing games. You want the games to be more vivid, but I'd rather not use it. And then you go to screen color and you change it to standard. And I've noticed that everything looks more accurate than before. Like I said, skin tones come out a bit red. So I just choose to turn it off. So now you have more accurate colors when you turn that off. The stereo speaker adds to the overall viewing experience, which is great to see on a phone at this price point. The sound is clean, clear, and doesn't distort even at max level, which is true for phone calls as well. Though I wish the bottom firing speaker had a little bit more low end and the earpiece speaker had a little bit more volume, but overall it sounds great. When it comes to the triple camera setup on the back, I'm not a professional, so I will let you guys judge with some sample pictures. You will let me know in the description down below. By default, the 48 megapixel sensor takes pictures at 12 megapixels, but you can choose to use the full 48. There is no optical image stabilization, but you do get electronic image stabilization, which is in line with what you would expect from a phone at this price. You also get super night mode, which is great to see on phones in 2020. Now here are some sample pictures I took with this phone. Tell me what you think in the comments. Yeah, so this is what you can expect from the front-facing camera. Also, this is the audio from the phone itself. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I don't play many games on mobile, but this phone handled Mario Kart Tour. And Asphalt 9 on high settings without any hiccups. I was also able to play some emulated games like Street Fighter Alpha 3 with FPSE emulator. I also had no problems there.
Get ready, fighters! Triumph or
In the 2 weeks I've spent with this phone, battery life has been great. Throughout my normal day-to-day routine, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, some light gaming, lots of phone calls, and at the end of the day, when I get home, I would get home with anywhere from 65 to 75% battery life. The only issue with battery life that I've run into is when I have always on display turned on. It drastically drains your battery. I would get home doing my same day-to-day routine with anywhere from 34 to 24% battery life left. Now I'm going to do a charging test to see how fast it charges from 0 to 100. And I'm going to power it on. The phone is actually completely dead, but I'm going to power it on so you guys can see how it's completely dead. As you can see, there's no juice in it right now. And let's plug the charger in and start this countdown right now. Okay. And there we go. So of course it powers on. I guess when you plug the charger in, no, there it goes. So now let's see, because there was no information really about the battery, about charging speeds. It doesn't, T-Mobile did not highlight that on the T-Mobile or the Metro by T-Mobile websites. Let's see how fast it takes. We'll come back and we will come back and check when the timer reaches 10 minutes. We are at 12% in 10 minutes. And we're gonna check it back again when the timer reach 30 minutes. Here we go, 30 minutes. And we are at 39%. 39% in 30 minutes. And we're gonna check back again in a few minutes. All right, we go. And it's on 94. So, 4% from what I wanted it to be on, but yeah, I'll say, but maybe 5 minutes, and we'll check one more time to see where we are at. Okay, so now we have reached 100% charge, and that's about 1 hour and 54 minutes and 29 seconds to reach full charge. I think this offering from T-Mobile is a very great overall package for what you get at the price you get it for. Now, I know it doesn't have any wireless charging. It doesn't have the fastest processor, but look at what you do get. Good display. I know some of you would prefer AMOLED, but LCD is still good. So you get a good display, you get stereo speakers, you get very good performance. I would even go as far as to say, personally, in my time that I've spent with this phone, great performance, great battery life, okay cameras, and 5G. I mean, when 5G does become ready, it's there. The bands are there for you to get the millimeter waves and all that. So in my book, that's a win-win. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, a thumbs up will be greatly appreciated. And let me know what you think in the comments. This is Stuttering Tech. I'm the one and only Stuttering Drew. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.